Hey guys, I am Gideon of Benco Institute. Welcome to another exciting teaching on this class. On today's class, we are looking at this portable generator. It's dubbed the cheapest generator. Of course, it's actually the cheapest generator. It's 48,000 naira, and that's that's about 70 US dollars. It's quite cheap, very, very, very cheap. And of course, it's the most common and most popular generator in every household in this part of the world. And guess what? Because of how cheap it is called I better pass my neighbor. I am better than my neighbor. So if you have a generator like this, it almost means, and your generator doesn't have, it almost means you have it almost means you are better than your neighbor. You know what that means. All right, today's class we are servicing this generator. When we mean servicing, we are not servicing like a professional. You get, we are not servicing the generator like a professional will do, like a real technician, someone who have a vast knowledge on generator repairs will do. What we are doing is we are teaching you guys how to service the generator in the very, 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 will I say, easy way. Okay, the easy way is just a way that can keep your generator running till you eventually give it to a professional. Okay, and of course, after this class, I do believe in my heart you will love this class, because of course we are not going to hide anything from you guys. Okay, without further ado, let's put on the generator. Okay, we just put on the generator and the generator came on. Okay, what that means is the generator is working fine, but when we mean servicing, we mean maintaining the generator, like putting the generator in the best possible shape so the generator doesn't break down. So we'll be losing the tank, and when we lose the tank and see the generator, will know what to do, because right now, in all sincerity, I basically do not know what we need to do in this generator. Okay, not like I do not know what to do when the generator is being handed over to me, but for the benefit of this class, I basically do not know what to do. We'll be fixing the generator as we go. Okay, I like starting from the very, very first thing, which is the tank. We just lose the tank, and let's see, does the foil tap work? Yeah, it works, albeit not too perfect. So what do? I will take off the foil tap, then just, whoa, trying to lose this just now. We just lost the what is it called, the filter. We just lost the filter. Okay, but I would have loved to change it, but we don't have access to it at the moment. So what I'll be doing here is just to make sure I through this. When I mean through, make sure the fuel comes out easily from the tank where this is connected to, and then from this part which connects to the carburetor. All right, how do I through it? The best way to do it is to force air through this part so that the air comes out from this place. All right, I've been able to force air out and I've been able to through it. But I would advise, if you have something like this without filter, that's the advice I would give, do change it. Okay, do change it. The best thing to do is to change it. The filter as it stands help in protecting the carburetor from receiving dirt from the tank. Okay, but in the absence of a foil tap, we'll have to fix this back, because if I'm to go get a foil tap now, it will take us hours to get access to it, or probably minutes anyway, and this shoot we have to stop. All right, I will have to fix this back. We have to fix it back. All right, if you notice where it's dripping far better than the way it was before now, that was because we have succeeded in succeeded in opening the hole very well. All right, while servicing the generator, what do? You check the plug. You check the plug to see if it's dirty. If the plug is dirty, you clean it up. Just clean it up. The plug is quite dirty. We just need to brush it up a little. And again, when you have a plug, kindly make sure there is a gap between this side electrode and the main electrode. If you notice where there's a small, something like a dent, this part, let me point it out again, this part, there's a small dent. What we do, we try to clean it up to make sure the dent is not there. Okay. Okay, I needed to get fuel from the tank, because I initially thought there was fuel in this. I needed to get fuel from the tank. Okay, what we've done is we've clearly separated both electrodes, and of course there is now a cleaner space, a cleaner gap between the side electrode and the main electrode. All right, we've cleaned it up. That's the most important thing. We'll fix it back. Okay. Now, when we talk about servicing a generator, we basically know we have to at least get to the combustion chamber to take off the dry carbon or wet carbon, as the case may be. Okay, this is in. See the top cylinder. This is called the top cylinder. This part of this small generator is called the top cylinder. Okay, that's the part that connects to the plug, or that's the part where the plug is fixed. Okay, and then we discover this part is very dirty. What do? We clean it up. In fact, you can't say you've done servicing of the generator when you do not touch the combustion chamber. Okay, if you notice carefully, I'm trying to clean it up and it goes inside. So what do I do next? I will have to take off the starter so that I can get access to the flywheel and keep it in position. Because that's what happens here. The flywheel rotates. The flywheel rotates and the piston goes up and down the cylinder wall. Okay, to keep it in position, and we have to hold this. That's the flywheel. We have to hold the flywheel. This gasket is called the top cylinder gasket. Make sure you take off the carbon very well. All right, we've taken off the carbon, and the next thing to do is to wash it with fuel so that it comes out sharp. Okay, now we've succeeded in cleaning the top of the piston. What do we do now? We apply same technique to the top cylinder. All right, what have we done? We've succeeded in cleaning both the piston and the top cylinder. You see, after cleaning this, the top cylinder and the top of this piston, it is advisable to clean. Can you see a gap here? There's a gap here. Okay, the screwdriver goes inside. See, there's a gap here. It's advisable to clean this gap. It's more like a hole. It connects the block. This is called the block. It connects this block to the exhaust. But if you look carefully, the hole which connects the block to the, well, for further emphasis, I will have to lose that so you get that clear. Let me lose it so we are not in doubt of whatever we are saying. We just get access to it, and when it be, we are able to do it even in our various houses for our generators. Okay. Okay. This is what I was referring to. This is what I was referring to. This. Okay. And this is it. Okay. All right. This is what I was referring to. Okay, we discovered this place is very, very clean. No much carbon. So what this does, it is easy to remove waste. By waste, we mean exhaust gases from the top cylinder through this hole and down to the exhaust. Originally, when we notice there's a carbon here, it is necessary we take it out. Just like we are taking other small carbon from the top cylinder and the block and the piston. It is necessary we take it out. But since there's no carbon here, no need stressing ourselves about it. All right, one more thing we need to do for amateurs. Check if your exhaust is okay. Does your exhaust bring out air from here and comes out from here? What do I mean? Of course, if your generator is working, this part, which is called the neck of the exhaust, or whatever it's called in your environment there, but in this part it's called the neck of the exhaust, collects the gas and releases it from here. Sometimes you would observe your generator works and it's vibrating. Why does it vibrate? Because this part of the generator is able to collect the air, the waste gases, but can't give it out from here because perhaps there's a blockage somewhere around. In that case, you lose this part of the generator, this part of the exhaust rather, and clean it up. But for this generator, it's working perfectly. Why do I know it's working perfectly? Let me show you. I'll put my mouth here, not hygienic, I must say. Put my mouth here, then pump air through this point. If it brings out air from here in almost equal quantity, that shows the exhaust is very, very much okay. Let's go. What have I confirmed? What have I confirmed? Air comes out from here and goes out from here in equal quantity. Air coming out from here comes out from here in equal quantity. What does that say? That shows the exhaust rather is very much in top condition. I'll fix it back. You see, why fixing generator is easy. Fixing generator is very easy when you take stuff out of position and you fix them back almost immediately back in position. In that way, even as an amateur, you don't get confused while fixing your generator. So we'll fix back the exhaust, right? Good. Now, we'll fix back the exhaust. We confirm the exhaust to see if it's in perfect working condition, and of course it is. We are able to clean up the top cylinder, we are able to clean up the piston, we are able to confirm if this very, very important outlet from the block is still very much intact, if it's blocked with carbon. And of course we discovered it's not blocked with carbon. What next? We did lose, or we did take off this top cylinder gasket. It is called a top cylinder gasket. We did take it off, and normally we are supposed to fix it back, but there's something I've noticed over time fixing generators. I have noticed that sometimes when you take off this top cylinder gasket, it loses its parts. Why? Because over time, while the generator is working, it is heated up, and of course, because it is heated up, some part of this top cylinder gasket gets attached to the block, and sometimes it gets attached to this top cylinder. But since we've cleaned both very well, okay, just you see this particular part, there's a particular small stuff here. This part is the part I'm talking about. This is the part that comes out from the top cylinder gasket and eventually sticks to the block. But since we've noticed that it happens regularly when we change our top cylinder gasket, when we lose our engine rather, what do? It is paramount we change our top cylinder gasket. And for that reason, I came with a top cylinder gasket. This is the newest. You can see it's visible, a new one and the old one. The new one is fairly much okay, still very okay. All parts in good shape. What do? It is advised we soak it a little with some fuel so it fits in when you put it in the generator, put it in the block rather. It fits in easily. Now, fix the top cylinder, and now we're coupling back. You see the way I tight it? I do not tight all to the end. I tight a little, I try to tight the other, you get, so that everything fits in appropriately. If you notice carefully, you will notice I've been using a 3-way spanner, right? You can check out the description at the top of this screen to see the kind of spanners you should use for a generator. Check it out. That video is sure to help you out. Okay, what have we done so far? We've checked the tank, we cleaned up this fuel tap, okay, we worked on the top cylinder and the block and the piston. We initially checked the plug. We checked the plug and we discovered the plug had some little dirt, in fact some little dirt between the two electrodes, and we cleaned it up using our fuel. Okay, and then what do we do next? We fix up our tank and fix up our and what we do next, we fix up our tank. We've basically done general servicing for the generator. Okay, just checking the rope to the starter to be sure if it's working fine, and after checking you discover it's so okay. All right, we fix up the plug. And then we fix the hose. Okay, I actually wanted to change this hose, but I had to wait till last, so you guys know why I'm changing it. This hose, if you observe carefully, let me put it back so you observe it. The hose doesn't fit in again. As a matter of fact, the hose is now strong and sometimes it leaks. It leaks for while the gen is working. So there is need to change it and put a new one. Okay, that's also part of the servicing. Of course, whatever you think is not right with the gen, you change it so you can avoid automatic or breakdown. A breakdown when you least expect it. Okay, put a new hose. Put a new hose, and then connect one part to the carburetor and the other part to the fuel tap. Voila. So we allow fuel get into the generator, and of course we kickstart. Okay, almost there. Let's wait for like 30 seconds so enough fuel can go in and go in very fast. Waiting for the bending, enough fuel can go in and go in very fast. All right, we've done that. Now let's kickstart. All right, we've serviced our small portable generator. You see, I do advise people to service generator from time to time. Why? Because it's going to save cost. When you notice your generator works fine and you've used it for a while, the best thing to do is just do the major, not major, like just do the minor servicing. Do the very minor servicing. It can be change of plug, cleaning of plug, and what have you. With that, your generator will work well and last longer. However, this video is basically for those who have not touched generator before. We wanted to go down deep into the piston, losing the piston and changing the rings or cleaning the rings, as the case may be, but we felt that would be too much of a task for you guys as it stands now. So after this video, we'll shoot a video on how to service the entirety of this particular 2-cycle small engine generator. If you've loved our videos, of course I know you've loved it. If you've watched to this end, this very end of the video, please do well to subscribe, do well to share with friends and family, do well to drop comments in the comment section. Tell us what you want us to do in our coming video and let's do them. Your wish has always been our command and it won't stop now. Till we meet in our next class, it's goodbye from us.